And 3, 2, 1. Hello. This is Curtis Stewart on my new channel, Driver's Point of View. I'm just actually trying to test out some of my new equipment here. See the lighting's okay, and the audio and video and everything's okay. I got some new cameras. I got some new podcasting equipment, some new lighting and everything. If you're interested in what I got two Canon VIXIA. I got some notes here. So Canon VIXIA HFR 800 cameras, camcorders. And the reason why I got the camcorders is so I can do longer videos. Unfortunately, with the DLSR cameras that I have, you can only record up to 30 minutes. And rather than buying a external recording device, I went ahead and got two new camcorders. They're small, and I can take them with me, and the batteries last quite a while, and I can record as long as my memory is available on the SD card. So that, and I wanted to test out the two different camera views. I got a camera here, and then I got a camera up here. So I wanted to test all that stuff out. I'm also using for my audio board, I'm using the Rodecaster Pro Podcaster all-in-one mixer board. Which I think is just amazing. It's got preamps in there for the microphones and everything. I got 4 inputs for microphones, 5 outputs for headphones, different sounds that I can do with it. It's just, it's great. I also got the Sennheiser HD 280 Pro headphones, which are great. They got, they can't hear anything outside of it, so the sound projects through them pretty well. The microphones I got are the Shure SM7B microphones. And if you guys watch any kind of podcast or anything like that, you'll see a lot of the professional guys. These are the microphones they're using. I thought that if I was going to build my channel and do more of these videos for my different channels that I have, I might as well go ahead and get the good stuff. So I got the good microphones, and I got a couple of them. That way I can do interviews and stuff on my, I'm doing a podcast also. It should be starting soon. I got a couple of the podcasts done, but I wanted to build up a few of them and edit them and everything before I put out the first one, because I'd like to put them out once a week. That way it's, it's available every week, and you guys can, put it on your iTunes or it'll be on Spotify and iTunes and all the podcasting platforms. There's also going to be video along with that, so you can check that out on YouTube too. And that channel will be called STD with Stone, which is an acronym for Shooting the Deuce with Stone Anderson. And I think if you've seen one of my other videos, I was telling you about it. I'm pretty excited about it. I got a podcast going on this next weekend, the weekend of Valentine's Day in Nashville with Wild Beard. Hope that happens. I think it's going to. So that should be fun. We're going to talk about the dark side of the road, which is just all the little things that happen as a truck driver that you wouldn't think would happen to you until you start driving truck. So that should be fun and some funny stuff there. Also, I wanted to say, thank you to Hirschbach. Both Wildbeard and I both drive for Hirschbach Motor Lines. We lease a truck through them, and it's just been a blessing ever since I started working for them. And it's actually allowed me to, pay off my debts and save up some money and, buy new podcasting equipment and do some of the things that I normally wouldn't have been able to do. As I've told you guys before, I've been driving truck for about 18 years now. And I've leased a few trucks in the past, and it really didn't go over well. And I know if you talk to a lot of guys about leasing trucks, that they're probably going to tell you, don't do it. And I would have said that also before I got in with Hirschbach. Luckily, like I said, I've got enough experience where I went ahead and went with them and took a chance, and I'm sure happy that I did. Within a year of being with them, I got completely out of debt. My family and I moved over here to Tennessee from Idaho a couple of years ago, about 2.5, 3 years ago. And we weren't doing that great. We were in quite a bit of debt. And luckily with Hirschbach, I've been able to get out of that debt and put some money away. They also have a lot of opportunities for bonuses, and they have quarterly bonuses. So if you do well, if you're getting to your places on time, you're not having any kind of incidences on the road like speeding tickets or overweight tickets or anything like that, then it goes anywhere to up to $3,000 every quarter, which I think is amazing. So I mean, if you do well, there's your taxes paid. Now with the lease, it's they need you to have a year of experience, over the road experience to start the lease. They do have some company positions available if you have 6 months experience. You can't have a bunch of tickets and anything like that on your record within the last three years, I believe it is. Now, if you have something here and there that's been a while, they will still get you on. Now, I'll tell you right off the bat, they're not hiring out of Florida right now. And, the solo guys don't go any further west than the Rocky Mountains. So like Denver, we go to Denver a lot. So I don't think that they hire west of that either, because they want you to be in kind of a lane, that we run in so that they can get you home when you need to get home and stuff like that. Now, Hirschbach does have a lot of dedicated accounts, like for instance, Purdue. I'm on the Purdue account. I'm more of a shuttle driver now. I was over the road for a while when I first started. Then I got on the dedicated Purdue account and was running kind of regional. Now, luckily, I kind of lucked out and got into a position where I'm home every weekend just about, and I run between 2 different cities just back and forth, which is pretty good. But that's not. I mean, they don't have a bunch of those available. But the dedicated accounts are great because they are guarantee pay. Like I said, Purdue, they have $1,150 of a minimum guarantee of $1,150, and if you go over that in miles, then you obviously make more money than that. Now they work on a sliding scale as far as pay goes, but you're not going to get any less than $1 a mile, and I think that's great. I mean, you go to a lot of these other companies and they're paying 80 cents a mile, 90 cents a mile. And then you take out all your fuel and your maintenance and all that stuff, and you're not left with much. Pardon me. They have a fuel program. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. If you're looking up Hirschbach, I'm sure you've seen it before. But their fuel program is 69 cents a gallon for the first 6 months you're on, and then after that, it is 99 cents a gallon. Now, I've had a lot of guys talk to me about this, and they said, well, that doesn't seem like a very good deal because you're not getting the per diem, or not the per diem, the fuel surcharge. And while that is true, we don't get the fuel surcharge, I still pay that 99 cents a gallon no matter where I'm at, whether it fluctuates up or down or all around, New York to Idaho to Washington State. I'm paying 99 cents a gallon, and I could budget everything off of that, which is really nice. So I just think it's a good deal. Like I said, I've had my own trucks before, and paying full price for fuel at all these trucks, it really eats at your settlements. So yeah, and then the truck payments, it depends on what truck you get. Now, most of their trucks are not any older than 3 years old, so they're still under warranty. You can't pick out the truck you want, but you can tell them kind of what you're looking for, and they're going to try and get that to you. You might have to wait an extra week, an extra 2 weeks. You might have to drive another truck for a while, and then they'll swap you out later. That's kind of what I did. I was going to go on with a team, and the guy that was supposed to ride with me backed out at the last minute. So I got this team truck, and it had quite a bit of miles on it, and it was a little older, which was fine. A truck's a truck to me. I'm not going to complain, especially when I'm really not looking to own a truck. I lease it because I make more money that way. But then about a year and a half into my lease, they called me and asked me if I wanted to go ahead and swap out trucks for a brand new one, and I went ahead and did that. Just because the truck was getting to where the warranties were starting to come off of them, and so they like to swap those back in so they can get newer trucks, and that's good for the drivers so that they have really nice equipment. And I tell you, when you go and get in those trucks, they're clean. They detail them out really well. So if there's had been another driver in it, you're not going to be, sleeping in their dead skin or their fart stained mattresses or anything like that. So, they're nice, clean. You get new mattresses and all that stuff. And if you do have a problem, let them know and say, hey, this is what I see in here. Could you please get it, taken care of? And they do. They get on it right away, and they treat you really well. You're not just another truck number. You're a good driver for them, and they like to retain their drivers, rather than some of these other big companies that swap out drivers all the time. If the driver has a problem, they'll just say, well, we'll just get rid of you and get a new driver in here. Hirschbach doesn't seem to do that. They like to keep their drivers. They work with them, and they're just great people. I know a lot of those driver managers over there now, and they call me by my name. They call me up and ask me if I'm having any problems or anything like that. You also get a $100 a week. It's called a retention bonus, just for being with them. So that's a free $100 a week, which is nice. That pays for your food, or whatever. And I think that's great too. So. Like I said, with the bonuses and the pay and just everything, they're all around a great company. I've been with them for over 2 years now, and I haven't had any big major issues with them. Every once in a while they have there's a lack of communication with some of the driver managers, but that's to be expected. That's anywhere you go, especially with a big company like that. You got to put yourself in their shoes. You got these driver managers that are trying to deal with 20 to 50 drivers, and you can't always get a hold of them right away. But if you be patient and just do your job, you're going to get paid well, and there's not going to be any issues. My truck payment, I think I was starting to tell you about that. Depends on the year of your truck, but my truck payment's $740 a week. I think it's a 4-year lease. And there is a buyout at the end of the leases. My buyout's, I think, $27,000 or $28,000. But like I said, I'm not in it to buy the truck. I'll just start another lease because I make good enough money as a lease driver. I don't need to own another truck. The maintenance program, it's 10 cents a mile, and it covers the truck bumper to bumper, your tows, your tires, your hotels. They pay for everything. So it's almost like you're a company driver where they take care of all that stuff, but you're getting paid like an owner-operator. It is a walk-away lease. You don't have to have good credit or anything like that. They don't check your credit. They start you out they set you up with your own LLC through a place called Guzman Law Firm. And it's like, I think it's $200 or something like that, but they take it out over time. As far as getting to the orientation is 3 days long, or 2.5 days, and then you get your truck and get dispatched. But it's a really simple orientation. It's a really nice facility, nice motel that they put you up in. If you live far enough away, you get a plane ticket. If you want to drive, you can drive. They'll rent you a car. You do have to pay for the fuel in the car, but they pay for the car itself. Which is nice because then you can pack up all your stuff that you're going to take on the truck with you, and see they have the rider policy from day one. You can have a rider. You just have to let them know. They have to fill out a piece of paper, and that way they can get you on the insurance. They also have a pet policy. Same thing. Day one, you just got to fill out some paperwork. I'm not sure how much that costs because I don't have a pet with me, but I believe that day takes out overtime also. Let me see what else. Maybe I didn't write enough notes here. I don't know. If you have any questions, you can sure get a hold of me, and I'll answer any questions I can. If I can't answer it, I can get a hold of the dispatchers or get a hold of the recruiters or somebody from Hirschbach and find out for you and let you know. I love doing these videos, and I have a couple other channels. My channel that you probably see me on before is Living Off Grid, and I think I did a video on there saying that I was going to have this channel just for the driving stuff, and just because I want to keep the Living Off Grid videos on that channel, and then the driving stuff on this channel, and then the podcast will be on another channel. So just so it's all separated out. So someone who's looking for driving advice or anything when it comes to trucking, they're not looking under, living off the grid, because, it's just better if it's separate. So I hope you guys will check out my podcast. It's going to be a lot of fun, I think, like joking around and having a good time. There's also going to be some good serious topics on there when it comes to anything from, what other people do for a living and how they got to that position, and just their life choices that they made. And I'll interview other truckers about their life on the road, and if they have, families, and how they feel about that and stuff like that. And then I got a couple people I'm going to talk to about mental illness and depression, and there's just going to be all sorts of stuff on there. And I think it's going to be something that'll kind of just fill the void of your day traveling down the road. It'll be something good to listen to. So I hope you guys check that out. Like I said, I do these videos because I enjoy it, but I also offer new recruits $500 for using me as a referral. The way that works is, if you want to get on with Hirschbach, you're interested, you get a hold of me first, and I'll answer whatever questions you have. We could talk. I know sometimes it's better to get information from a driver than a recruiter. So I'm available to do that pretty much any time. If I don't answer, usually I'm either in bed, or sometimes I don't answer when I'm on my home time either, but normally I do. My service up here is kind of shoddy, so if it hangs up on you, I apologize. So the way the $500 works is, if you get a hold of me first and talk to me a little bit, I can have a recruiter call you. Her name's Kia Gardner. She's amazing. She'll get you all the rest of the information that you need to get going, and that way my name is linked to you on your application. And a week after you've been hired, I'll get a referral bonus for recruiting you, basically. And I pass that first payment on to you, and it's $500. And I do that via comm check. I just call you up, and you have a blank comm check in your truck, or you should. And I ask for the check number, and I draft you the $500 to that check, and you can deposit it in your bank, or you can cash it at the truck stops, or whatever the heck you want to do with it. And if you don't want to use me, that's fine too. There's some other guys out there that you can use. Or if you just want to call and shoot the shit and talk about trucking, or if you need some help with anything, I'm available for that too. I love helping guys out, especially when it comes to trucking, because this is what I do. I've been doing it a long time, and for the most part, I should be able to answer most of your questions. If I can't, like I said, I know where to go to find out. I know the DOT rules and regulations change all the time. I used to be a part of the OIDA, and that's the owner-operator place. And, I've talked to DOT officers about different rules and stuff, and try because some of them are a little hard to understand. So I've talked with them about those and got kind of a clear idea of what they mean by certain things. And anyway, so that's all I'm going to do with this video. Like I said, let me know how you like the video, the lighting, the sound. Like I said, I was trying out this new equipment and stuff, so I just wanted to get a good feedback from y'all. So put it down in the comments. I'll try and maybe link some of this equipment down in the comments also, if you guys are interested in purchasing some podcast stuff, or some video audio stuff, so you guys can do your own videos if you want. And I hope you have a blessed day, and I hope you enjoy what you're doing, and stay safe in that snow out there. I know it's snowing pretty much all over the place. I'm here in Tennessee, and it was snowing like crazy this morning. So stay safe out there, and we'll catch you later. All right.